Hey guys, Christina Bates here, coming to you live from Madrid. Happy Friday. I hope you guys all had a great week and are ready to start the weekend. I know I am. But yeah, I wanted to share a secret spot that I really like here in Madrid. Well, it's not really secret, but maybe it's not as popular as some of the other places. But yeah, I'm talking about Casa de Campo today. It is one of the largest parks here in Madrid, and I want to share some facts to you guys. It's one of my favorite places to go. It's only 10 minutes walking from my house, so I come here pretty frequently. I like to ride my bike around the park, read a book, whatever it may be. So it's a great way for me even to end the weekend here. So I thought I'd bring you guys around. As always, como siempre, always ask questions. If you guys have been here before, tell me what you like about it. But yeah, let me go ahead and flip my camera, show you guys where I'm at, and tell you a little bit more about it. So give me just a moment here. All right, so here we are. Of course, as I begin the video, the water turns off, but no worries. So we are actually standing right in front of El Lago. It stands for lake in Spanish. And I wanted to bring you to this side of the park because it's one of my favorites. As you can see, it is gorgeous out today. It's crazy to think that it's officially fall here, or as Europeans, autumn, because it doesn't feel like it. It's been in the 80s here still, which is crazy. And I don't know about you guys, but one thing that I find interesting with Spaniards is they dress for the season, not for the weather. So essentially, you cannot be seen out here wearing shorts or a tank top, maybe some flip-flops. It is very uncommon. So yeah, you have to be already in your long sleeve shirts and some sweaters I've seen already, some scarves. It's crazy because it's not even that cold. But yeah, so it's officially fall here. It's a beautiful Friday. I am here again at Casa de Campo, which actually translates to the Country House Park. So this place is massive. I'm only at a portion of it. I want to show you here in the background the palace right there in the background. You have the Royal Palace and the cathedral. It is absolutely beautiful, these views. You have the ducks here in the water, but let me tell you more about Madrid's largest public park. So it's actually 5 times the size of Central Park. So if you are familiar with Central Park in New York City, it is 5 times the size. So we are only at a small portion of it right now. It actually occupies, I believe, over 4,000 acres, so it's massive. Although much of the park, I'll be honest here, it's covered by forests, so you're going to see a lot of trees, just like these ones here, all over the place. But there are also many structures and facilities, which I'll cover more in this video. So one thing I find fascinating is everybody goes to Retiro Park, which I've already done a video on, and it is amazing. But this park is not as well known, with more on the tourists. So a lot of locals come here. If you're here for a little bit longer than a weekend, I would highly suggest stopping by Casa de Campo because it is beautiful. So this actually used to be formerly a royal hunting estate. So that makes sense why there are so many trees and it is massive. So some of the facilities you'll find inside this park, I'm going to cover the very first one since we're standing at it, is the Lake El Lago. It's one of the most popular areas within Casa de Campo. And as the name indicates, the lago is rather a large artificial lake. It's perfect for taking some time to relax, as you see some folks here just sitting down. You can actually fish, what this gentleman's doing right there. You can rent small boats, kayaks. I've seen many kayaks. They're usually here in the morning going around this lake here. You can rent them right in this corner, I believe, right over here. But yeah, they have boats, kayaks, or you can just take a stroll, as you can see right there, around the park, which is also very, very common. What I also love about this place is there are restaurants surrounding it. So these awesome restaurants carry yummy grilled meats and veggies, or you can just have a glass of wine, a tinto, or a beer, which is super, super nice, especially on the weekends. So what else can I tell you? It's super easy to get to this lake by metro. It's on Metro Line 6, stop Lago. And I also walked here from Puerta de Angel. It's also on Line 6. It's also super close to the Madrid Rio, which I introduced to you in a couple of videos back. The river is actually right in front of us here. And again, that also makes for an excellent walk. So look at this, guys. I'm not even kidding. It's just what everybody does here. It's their pastime. It's incredible. But I personally love to ride the electric bikes around here. It's a great way to get some exercise. And it's honestly one of my favorite pastimes. So let's move on to some other facilities while we're here. There is also a Madrid Zoo / aquarium. They have many different types of land and marine animals from all over the planet. You're going to actually find over 6,000 species of mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, all of that living under one house there. They say there's elephants, dolphins, gorillas, sharks, kangaroos, koalas, you name it. One tip I would recommend, oh, somebody's feeding the ducks here. Here they come, is to get your tickets at least 7 days in advance to receive the max discount. That is just a recommended tip. So if you plan to go to the aquarium, try to book them online 7 days in advance. Next thing I want to talk about is the Parque de Atracciones de Madrid, or just the attraction park. It opened in 1969, and the amusement park has exciting attractions for all ages, including pony rides, there's a maze, a carousel, and of course, roller coasters. So the entrance to the park can run anywhere between, I believe, 20 to 30 euros for an adult, depending on how and when you purchase your tickets. So same tip here, guys. Make sure to purchase your tickets in advance, about a week. I've also seen tickets go pretty cheap on Groupon, so you can definitely check out Groupon on the Spanish site here as well. What else? Yes, the teleférico is also, the cable car line is also here in Casa de Campo. If any of you guys have ridden the cable car line, it gives you great views of Madrid. The line has two stations, one on Paseo de Pintor Rosales, near the metro station Argüelles, and the other is located in the middle of Casa de Campo, on a hill called Cero, I think, Garabitas, I forget. But the ride covers a distance of almost 2.5 kilometers, and it lasts about 11 minutes. And what's cool is there's also a restaurant at the end of each of the stations, so you can also grab a bite depending on where you're at. All right, and lastly, what I would recommend just overall in Casa de Campo is really to make a day of it. In addition to what I've mentioned here, there's so much more to do in Casa de Campo, from a swimming pool, which I actually filmed an earlier video on. If you guys remember, it was called El Lago, and that was open during the summer. I believe they just recently closed it. But awesome swimming pool. And then there's actually some really cool military structures built during the Spanish Civil War throughout this park as well. So, like I mentioned, make a day of it. Come out here, feed the ducks, go for a bike ride, enjoy the lake, the scenery, the birds. I love it. Get some exercise and check out Casa de Campo. So I'm going to flip the camera, guys. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in week by week on these videos. If there's anything you're really interested in learning about, whether it's teaching English in Madrid, living in Madrid, transportation, anything, please leave it in the comments. We'd love to address those for you. Yeah, I'll be doing these weekly. So I will see you guys next week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.